Hi everyone, it's Monday, it's 4 o'clock, and that means it's time for the Hostess Next Door. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Chef Vanessa Cantave. I'm joined today with Sarah. She's
Hi.
here. Thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah is going to be taking your questions and your comments today, so make sure that you type away. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Today's episode is all about throwing a simple and elegant Easter dinner. So you've got a good 6 days to get ready. I hope that you guys implement some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today and that you come back next week and tell us all about it. So I like to start this week actually with a simple cocktail. I think it's been a good 2 weeks since I made something that was with alcohol. So, right, Sarah?
It's time to make something boozy.
It's been 2 weeks. So we are going to make a sparkling limoncello cocktail. I love this drink. It's so easy. The hardest step we actually did in advance, but I'm going to walk you through it. So we start with a little bit of limoncello, fresh mint leaves, lemon peel, and sugar. And we put that in the blender. We get it nice and pulsed, and then we actually strained it, and we ended up with this gorgeous green color. So this is kind of the base for our drink. I think you guys can see that. It's a beautiful color. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our champagne flutes. We're going to take a little bit of this lemon wedge right here, and we're going to just kind of brush that around just so that it's nice and like moist. And then we will just sort of dip it in this sugar. So this is just really, we're just making a sugar rim. You can see. And we're gonna do this for both of our champagne glasses. I'm gonna make one for Sarah. I don't know if she's gonna drink it, but I'm gonna make one for Sarah.
Oh, you better believe I'm gonna drink it. We have a lot of people tuning in already. Francine Carroll from Oklahoma, Lou Casey, hi from Arkansas.
Hi.
And yeah, Adelie Heck, hi from Missouri.
Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this mixture that we made, this beautiful green color, and I'm gonna put it between both of these glasses, these champagne flutes. And now all you have to do is just top this with a little bit of champagne. So you just wanna go slowly, make sure that it doesn't bubble over. This is so yummy. It's just like, I think like 90% of the drinks that we make on this show have champagne in them. And that's because I love champagne.
Well, also champagne goes well with everything.
Yeah.
It pairs well with everything.
It really does. You know, like right now, I'm loving our studio today. Shout out to Gina, who makes everything gorgeous. I love, love, love this whole look. I love the colors. So there we go. Got this. I think I'm gonna take a little sip and see what that tastes like.
Yeah, Kimberly Casper says, I think I need one too. We have some envious viewers
Kimberly,
out there.
you're gonna have to come hang out with us. Where's she from?
Kimberly Casper, where are you from? You'll have to let us know.
Yeah, let us know. You can come hang out with us when you're in New York. All right, I have one for you, seriously, Sarah, when the show ends. So you can do that. And I'm gonna keep mine close because I'm gonna drink this throughout the rest of this episode.
I love also that it kind of matches like
it totally
Easter
matches
and spring decor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, that was like not by chance. I just wanted.
And Mary Ellen McKeever Whalen noticed as well. She said very pretty drinks.
Oh, thanks, guys. All right, so today's menu is super simple, but it's like, I think it's very elegant, it's really pretty. It's nice to be able to have Easter at home. I know sometimes you like to eat out because, you know, you make a nice reservation like at a steakhouse or, you know, some sort of like clubhouse or something, but this is really easy and you won't feel like, oh, you know, you've been up all morning and now you still have a lot of work to do. We're gonna start with really simple, just pan roasted asparagus. So I'm gonna turn this on. And I think a lot of you guys know this. This is such a simple recipe that, you know, a lot of you guys know. I don't even know if it's really should even be called a recipe because there's like 4 ingredients and 3 steps. But if you don't already know, the easiest way to snip your asparagus is to just literally just snap it. So the idea here is that it will naturally snap in the place where it needs to, meaning that whatever's left behind is going to be the real fibrous part of the asparagus that's really kind of stringy and hard and you don't really want to eat that part, and then what's left is the part of the asparagus that you want to eat. So,
I never knew that.
Yeah, so
I always waste time with the scissors.
Yeah,
or
it's
a
so
knife.
easy. And it's kind of fun. So I'm just going to snap all of these.
You're getting a lot of compliments on your blouse, by the way.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Threw some pattern in there.
Deborah L. Payne Hinton says your blouse blends right in. And yeah, everyone's complimenting the set. Mandisa Ellis says Vanessa and the set look beautiful and
like
springy.
springy.
So yeah, everyone's game for what we've got going on here.
I'm so excited because like I always tell you guys, for everyone that's not in New York, I feel like I'm always giving you like the rundown of what's happening here. But it is so nice outside. Like I can't even, it's like spring for real today, maybe even a little summer. Like I think it might be close to 80. It is so nice. I feel excited. It feels bright. I got my champagne cocktail. I'm with you guys. There's literally nowhere else I'd rather be right now.
Yeah, Cynthia Groom says that she loved that she signed in for lamb chops and got champagne.
Hello. That's so true, right?
Yeah, she's watching from Dallas, Texas, by the way.
Oh, hey Dallas. I've never been to Dallas. I went to Austin once and I loved it. I went like years ago for South by Southwest, but way before it became cool.
I have one question for you, actually. Ray Goldring wants to know, what's your motivation in cooking these really good meals?
What's my motivation? So honestly, and please, it's gonna probably sound like really cheesy, but I've always loved cooking. So the first thing I ever made was like in 4th grade. I had this Holly Hobby cookbook. Just before you guys, I just want to show you guys, I'm putting a little bit of olive oil in the pan. That's all that's happening here. So the first time I ever made a full meal, I was in 4th grade, and I made it from the Holly Hobby cookbook, and it was meatloaf dinner, and I'll never forget because I had to get my older brother to help me because the recipes had fractions, and we hadn't gotten to fractions yet. And I don't even know if it was good. I just know that my family acted like it was really good, and I absolutely, I just like always loved cooking for them, and so I wanted to be a chef. I went to culinary school, and that's that. And like I still like, I love the entertaining aspect of it. So I love to cook, but I really, more than that, I just like to create like experiences, and that's why I'm here, so I can show you guys the same thing. All right. So we are just trying to get like a nice color on this asparagus. Asparagus is really easy to prepare. It's one of my favorites when I'm in a hurry, and I kind of feel like everybody likes it. You know, even my 2-year-old likes asparagus, so, I mean, that just goes, if he likes it, I believe like everybody likes it. It's hard to get him to eat anything besides like Cheerios and yogurt.
I'm impressed that your 2-year-old likes asparagus.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
I'm gonna put a little,
amazing.
He does. I think it's fun to eat, you know, because it's like just easy for them. They can just kind of grab one.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper. And we just want to get a little bit of color. The thing about asparagus, you don't want to overdo it because it gets soggy, and it's only really yummy when you have like a little bit of bite to it, nice bright green color. You can actually sometimes cook it slightly under. If you go slightly under, because it holds heat so well, it'll actually kind of continue to cook a little bit. So if you're worried, it's better to like veer towards being a little bit underdone than kind of going too far with it. But you can tell this is just really pretty. You could also, you know, obviously throw some garlic cloves in here if you wanted to. We're not going to do that today just because the main dish that we're making, the lamb, has a lot of garlic in it. So that's the only reason why I didn't throw any garlic in here. But I love asparagus. You could do this exact same setup with any kind of like leafy green. So baby spinach or kale, like baby kale, all of that stuff sautés really well and pairs nicely with the lamb chops. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and take these out.
We have someone playing devil's advocate. Most people are saying they love asparagus, but then Angelina Secchi says, I don't like asparagus.
No?
And then an emoticon with her tongue sticking out.
Oh, no.
She's just being playful. we hope that we can turn you on to asparagus with these recipes, Angelina.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't please them all, but I hope that she tries it. Okay, so what we're going to do, too, is we're gonna add a little bit of, this is my favorite, so this is Parmesan Reggiano. I love it, just simple hard cheese. And we'll go ahead and we'll just put some of that right on there. Nice And you can even put a little bit more on like right before you serve it, but it always comes out like really, really nice.
I have a question for you from Christine Henderson. She
Mm-hmm.
said, I've seen bunches of asparagus that were very thin and then some that were fat. Which ones are more tender?
So actually I think the fatter ones are a little bit more tender, but one of the things I like to do with the really thick asparagus is on the bottom you can actually, like, I wish I hadn't used them all, you could actually just like use a vegetable peeler and peel the bottom, so just kind of like halfway down. You're going to just peel the bottom of them off, and then you just want to cook them a little bit longer, and those are even better for if you want to blanch them. So blanching is the technique where you actually put them in a pot of boiling water and then cook them for like maybe 1 to 2 minutes, and then immediately take them out of the boiling water and shock them in a bowl of ice water. So that's what you're going to want to do with the really thick ones, but those are, you know, tend to be a little bit hardier. And if you peel the bottom, so not this snap technique, you still kind of want to snap them, but if you peel the bottoms, you're going to get like a nice tender thick piece of asparagus.
I've got a great tip actually from Melinda Schmidt. She said you can save the tough parts of asparagus for flavor or soup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I save everything. I know, like, that's very much like the chef way. Like, you cook everything, you never throw anything away. Like, even like stems from herbs we use in soup stocks and things like that. So definitely. And if you have like a really good like blender that goes, you know, pretty fine, you can pretty much make anything into like a really nice soup. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our lamb chops. We're going to sear those. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on here. These are so nice. I got these today from the butcher, and the guy was nice enough to French these. So Frenching is the technique here where they kind of just like make them really nice and clean on the bone. Just super cute and presents really well. So we're going to just put some salt and some pepper. You guys are going to be so surprised at how simple this whole meal is. And it's not going to take a long time. I used to do like full-on roasts and like chicken and all of that. And then, you know, this is just, in the last couple of years, I've just trying to do things that don't take quite as much time, but still have a lot of flavor. So one of the things that we want to do is we're going to sear this in grapeseed oil. I was just actually doing a cooking lesson with one of my clients yesterday, and they were asking like, why all the different oils and which oil do you want to use for this? And we like grapeseed oil to sear meat because it has a very high smoke point, meaning that it doesn't burn. So olive oil is great, and I know everybody loves olive oil because it's a heart-healthy oil, but it actually has a really low smoke point. So when you're working with like meat and you want to sear meat, it's better to use something with a very high smoke point so you can get the meat really nice, a good nice sear. So we're using grapeseed, which is kind of like my favorite. We're going to go ahead and put these chops down in this cast iron skillet. Oh, I'm so excited right now. And I also like cast iron for cooking like just about everything, but especially for searing meat. All right. Okay.
I mean, Ray Goldring is saying, I need a plate when you're done. Everything looks so great. So people are definitely excited to see how this lamb turns out.
How this lamb's gonna turn out? I think we can fit, yay, we can fit all of these in here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let that sear for a little while right now. Just gonna leave that on. And we're gonna work on our salsa verde that we're gonna use to serve with the lamb. So what we've got here, hold please, let me take a sip of my champagne cocktail. Seriously, that's so good. Okay, so what we've got here is we have tarragon, parsley, just a flat leaf Italian parsley, and then we have some basil. So we want to do all of these individually. You know, we want them to be really nice and flavorful. The key to like a really good salsa verde is just making sure you use, you know, at least like 3 different kinds of herbs. I'm going to put the top on here. So we're going to use, first we're going to start with the basil. We will do like a little bit of a chiffonade. We'll just stack the basil leaves up, like we've done, I think, on some previous episodes. Gonna roll this here. And then we're just gonna give it a nice little slice. This is like the best part of this dish. It's so easy. And I think you guys know, I mean, every week what we're trying to do is accomplish something really flavorful with not too many ingredients and not too fussy. So we're gonna throw our basil in there, nice little chiffonade there. Then we're gonna just kind of take our parsley and our tarragon. Tarragon has like a little bit of like a black licorice flavor, but to me, I don't know. I don't really like black licorice, but I really like the taste of tarragon, so it's kind of weird. I don't even understand it. We're gonna chop this up nice. Okay. And we're gonna also add a little bit of brightness to this in a minute. We're gonna put some lemon in here too. So you're gonna get the freshness of the herbs. We'll put some garlic in there. It all plays so nicely with the lamb chops. I think you guys are gonna like this one. I don't know why I decided to stop eating meat for this week, or for this month, but this is gonna be so hard for me at the end of this episode to not take a bite of this lamb.
I think some of our viewers will appreciate that though, because a lot of people are saying go vegan, and you know, they're not in favor necessarily of eating lamb, so they definitely appreciate you giving us the meat.
Well, you know, one of these days in the future, I promise we will come at you with a whole episode about like fun, awesome vegetarian, vegan dishes. But it ain't gonna be today. But one of these days we're gonna come at you because, you know, I was just telling Sarah, it actually hasn't been as hard as I thought it was gonna be to just eat like vegetarian. I am eating fish, but it hasn't been that hard. Like, it's fine. I'm A-okay. All right, so we're gonna throw some olive oil in here. So this is primarily olive oil, this marinade. We're also gonna put some fresh garlic. All right, let me just turn these over. So exciting. We'll give those like another couple minutes on the other side. And then we are gonna put some fresh garlic in here.
Melanie Reed Houston says that tarragon is nice with chicken and salmon as well. So
yeah.
We definitely have some viewers that love the herbs that you're using here.
Oh, it's so yummy, right? So we're just gonna mince a little bit of garlic. Oh, I'm so excited. Sarah, what do you have planned for this weekend?
I am very excited. I'm going back to Philadelphia, and I'm going go-karting with my family.
What?
We're going go-karting, yeah.
How exciting is that?
I know.
Oh my God.
It's going to be so fun. We've never done anything like that, so we're going to have we're actually doing it on Saturday, and then we're going to go to church on Sunday.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that sort of stuff. All right, so we have the garlic, we have the herbs, we have some lemon that we're gonna put in here, which is just gonna really like brighten it up. So we're just gonna do like half a lemon and some salt and some pepper, and that's literally our whole sauce. And I promise it's so simple, but it's so good.
Carolyn Metcalf said, I'm moving in.
Come on.
That's amazing. And yeah, Lonnie Rubio says that she loves your program.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we've got here. We're gonna take the lamb chops out, put a little bit of salt and pepper in our salsa verde. This is gonna be so yummy. All right, guys. Sorry, I gotta move some things out of the way. It's live TV.
It's all right. I'll shout out some comments while we're moving. Lydia Casper Antigua says, "Oh my God, this is gonna be good."
It's gonna be so good.
Gina Perry says, "Girl, that looks good."
I mean, look at this, guys.
Oh, and I like this comment too. Kimberly Casper said, "I just started a small herb garden. Can't wait for it to sprout." And I think that kind of goes along with the importance of using the fresh herbs if you can.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes I dream about having like an herb garden in the windowsill, something like that. I mean, I feel like that would be great. So these have, I think, you know, the cast iron helps give it this really pretty sear. And you know, these, I've prepared them, I think we did about 3 minutes on each side. So these are gonna be kind of in the vein of like medium rare to medium, which if you ask me is perfect.
Me
to
too.
perfect.
Me too.
Okay, so yeah, so that's how simple that was. And then we're just gonna kind of give this salsa verde a little bit of a mix. And
That salsa verde looks incredible.
so good. It's so, so, so good. And then what you want to do now is you just like want to drizzle that on top.
Deanna San Pedro says, "I wish there was smell-o-vision."
Smell-o-vision. Oh, this is so yummy. That's how simple that is. So you've got that. You've got your asparagus. And we actually did this a little bit earlier. So we've got some really nice potatoes. And we also have a nice little salad. So I just want to show you guys everything we've got here. And we're going to make one more thing before we leave. Show you guys one more recipe, if I can fit everything. Okay. So,
Vinny Silva, by the way, said, "You're doing great. I would make a mess." So, yeah, you're pretty great with organizing everything on that small
Sort
little
of.
set.
You're speaking too soon because now I can't figure out where I'm going to.
You got it. You got it.
All right, so I'm just going to put this like right here for right
Perfect.
now. Okay. So the last thing we're going to make is the simplest, easiest. This is another little kind of like hack recipe. We're going to make strawberry shortcake, but we are going to use the biscuits that you can find in the refrigerator section. So this is the easiest strawberry shortcake ever. We are going to start with, these are strawberries, just fresh. All we did was quarter them, and we're going to make them like sort of macerated. So we're gonna put, this is almond extract. I love almond extract. I think all the time we use vanilla, and almond is also very, very good. And we're just gonna put some raspberry jam in here. So the raspberry jam just makes it taste like that much more like punched up flavor of, I guess, like berry. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, I know what you're trying to say. My mouth is predicting what you're trying to say.
Ah, I love it. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar in here. And what happens is this is actually the process of called like maceration. So the berries, they leach out their own moisture, and then you end up with this really great like syrupy consistency that is so delicious. Just gonna kind of stir that around. And then we're gonna set that to the side really quickly because I want to just make a very quick whipped cream. One of the things I like to do is actually make a whipped cream that doesn't have like a lot of sugar in it. I like when the dessert is really nice and sweet, and then the cream is just more of like a consistency thing. It's like just nice and fluffy and just clean. That's kind of like my favorite. So I am actually gonna not put any sugar in this whipped cream. We're just gonna mix it up because there's a lot of sugar in the strawberries with the jam and all of that. And we're gonna finish this with some sugar too. So, you think I can do this and take a sip of my drink at the same time?
Oh, I have faith in you.
Okay, let's see.
While you're doing
It's
that,
called multitasking, Sarah.
I actually am going to add a third task and ask you a couple quick questions about the lamb that we just did.
Yeah.
So, Carolyn Metcalf wanted to know if you can do lamb chops on the grill, which
Oh, yeah,
I assume yes.
totally.
Yeah. And then also, Jean Munger Mikula said, so can I put the lamb into the oven after searing so I can get the medium done, or do I just let them sear longer?
Yeah, that's actually a really good technique when you're using like lamb or steak or anything like that. You would just kind of, so long as you have the kind of pan that can go straight from the top of the stove into the oven. So some pans, they have like plastic handles and things like that, but if you have a really good one, or cast iron, it's perfectly acceptable to get a really nice sear and then finish it in like a 425-degree oven. I actually like that a lot because sometimes when you're at home, you know, you're not in a commercial space or you're not outside grilling, and you don't want your house to get really smoky. It's hard to get a good steak or lamb chop sometimes without getting, you know, now your fire alarm's going off. It can be a lot. All right.
Oh, Deanna San Pedro wanted to just be reminded of what the champagne was mixed with.
Oh, ha ha. So we made a limoncello cocktail. It has mint, limoncello, fresh lemon, and sugar. And then we did a sugar rim, and we made some, just poured that in there with the mixture. We strained it. We blended it first, and then we strained it. And that's how we got this really pretty color. Okay. All right, guys, so, oh no, I don't have something to put this on. All right. Well, I'll show you guys. This is gonna be so delicious. These are our biscuits that we just literally made like right before the show. So I'm so excited. And they're really good. I would also suggest if you're gonna do these, just do the biscuits like right before you're gonna serve them, because they don't necessarily, they're not like, they don't taste as good the next day. And they bake up pretty quickly, so you don't have to, you know, do them too far in advance. We'll go ahead and cut these in half. I'm gonna do, what do you think, Sarah? Maybe like 4? Let's do like 4 of
I'll
these.
eat all 4.
Let's do like 4 for you guys. And while I'm doing this, you know, we can talk a little bit too about like table design. You know, what I love for like doing a really pretty Easter table is just kind of like keeping it really nice. You see, we've got like these really great, like just kind of muted colors, lots of florals. Feels like spring. You know, we've incorporated some really fun like egg motif, you know, the whole like Easter egg hunt kind of thing with really great like these little nests, and I absolutely love this. You can, you know, for your table, like your linens, it's cool to use like linen or burlap, or just kind of like bring in some of those natural textures.
Yeah, the lace too that
yeah,
we have.
I think it's really, I think it's like a really nice touch. So, you know, that's what we did today. We have like some great colors, and we've got these little candles. So I'm all about it. All right. These are really like nice and soft, actually.
I'm
like,
so excited.
Yeah, they're really soft. They're really buttery. These ones are like the jumbo sort of oversized biscuits. And like I said, you can find them in the refrigerator section. They usually come about, I would say like 8 to a package. So we're just gonna throw some whipped cream on there. Did you really, is strawberry shortcake really your favorite?
Strawberry shortcake is tied with carrot cake.
Ooh, carrot cake.
But carrot cake is like more fall for me, you know, fall and winter, and this is spring and summer.
Yeah, I do like carrot cake too.
So, yeah, I mean, seasonally, this is my favorite dessert, I would say.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm putting some whipped cream on here on the bottom, and then I'm adding just the macerated berries on the top, and then just putting the top on. How much do you love this?
That looks amazing.
So good.
Mary Borg said, what drinks do you recommend to pair with a dinner and dessert? You know, maybe aside from the champagne cocktail that we made, is there, you know, white over red wine, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, well, for this dish, you could probably go with red wine because we're doing lamb. But I also feel like it's about that time of year where, like, you know, we just start drinking rosé all the way until October. Yeah. So let's bring rosé back. Rosé is a good one. It's also like a happy medium, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody loves rosé. So All right, guys.
And the color would go great with all of
Yeah.
our decor for spring.
I think it would.
Easter.
I think it would pair well with everything we're serving today, honestly. So yeah, we've got our lamb, we've got our asparagus, we've got this great dessert, we've got our fancy cocktail. So here we go. There we go. All right, guys. And that's everything. We're gonna put a little bit of powdered sugar on here. There we are. That's everything. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh,
I'm so
thank you
excited
for
to have
having
so
me
much fun with
again.
your family this weekend.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We're back next Monday with some new recipes for you. Everyone have a beautiful week, and thank you so much. Signing off.